Okay.
Turnovers are the same.
Well, maybe we're a little harsh on
Points,
I don't know.
points allowed per game. Dallas is allowed 28. San Fran's allowed 22.
Whew.
Cool.
Yards allowed. Dallas is allowed 356. San Fran's 318.
Man, that's
So,
only six
I
games
mean-
into the season,
What
and you've
about-
allowed 300 and something yards rushing on you.
San Fran's got 18 sacks. Cowboys got 14 sacks.
Yeah, well, we don't.
Oh,
have,
here's where we're leading to stats.
I bet you. Here we go. Interceptions.
Penalties. Penalties.
Oh, God.
We have 47 penalties
Yeah.
already. San
Already?
Fran has 36. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Averaging yards per on these penalties every game. We're averaging 60 yards
Jeez.
on our penalties.
Every game.
Man.
San
that's
Fran's
crazy.
averaging 45.
Good God.
What is okay? Why are we so high up in penalties, Joe?
Well, we've been high on penalties. I can't tell you how far back. Ever since Mike McCarthy's been a coach on this team, bro, it's like they said, we don't care.
Well, I remember about two
I
games
mean-
ago they said the Cowboys lead the league
Yes.
in the most penalized
Yes.
yards.
They
think,
do.
I think it's some.
We've always either been in the top three. I can tell you
I
that
think
much.
it's some of these players that stepped up and used to being in the heat,
Uh-huh.
heat of the game and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Made mistakes.
Yeah,
And they're probably B team players anyway, stepping
Well,
up.
probably.
yeah,
Or they're off the practice squad.
Well,
Yeah.
same thing.
yeah. Like I
They
said,
practice good, but
I mean, I can tell you this: San Fran, when they played
Yeah.
Kansas City, they were hitting. If they start hitting the Cowboys,
Uh-huh.
my soft Cowboys could be in on.
Oh no.
It could be injury central.
We may have to forfeit the rest of the season.
I heard him
Mhm.
talking on the, I guess that was the ticket today.
Uh-huh.
He's talking, says, tell Zeke to go home. Tell, what was that, Devin Cook?
Mm-hmm.
Cook?
Dalvin Cook.
Calvin Cook, Dalvin Cook?
Yeah,
Tell him to go home too. We're not even using him.
yeah,
They ain't using Cook,
yeah.
so we.
They ain't use Cook. If they put Cook
He's
in,
just sitting around.
I bet Cook can outdo
He's sitting around having
Zeke.
cigarettes. Yeah.
He may outdo Rico, but I think the reason why is they want one of their in-house guys. But if you put Dalvin Cook in, I think we just signed Dalvin Cook just to keep him off somebody else's
See,
team.
Well, it can't hurt them none.
I mean,
Can
that's,
it?
that's
no,
bad.
Hell, no, put him in there.
I mean, that's really bad.
Terrible.
Okay, so Kansas City has lost their starting cornerback to an ankle injury.
That's
Ankle injury.
who is
Jalen Watson.
Oh, okay. They also lost Christian McCaffrey, didn't
Well, San Fran ain't played Christian because of he's got leg issues. When you run him like they did last
they?
year, that's what happens.
Okay.
And
Um,
I'll tell you this,
Mhm.
I just really don't see him when he comes back, him being anything worth anything.
So they worked him too hard.
Oh, that's what happens. If you notice, they always said if you get a running back and you run him more than like 400 times in a season, you're trying to get rid of him. Ask DeMarco Murray.
Yeah.
We did him 450, 460,
Wow.
and we traded him to we couldn't afford him. He went to the Eagles. Never did anything afterwards.
How about Campbell? He's in a wheelchair now. Then.
Yeah.
What about Kamara
Tomorrow?
on
Oh,
Saints?
oh.
They're killing him.
Well, they are killing him now. Who you need to talk about, Mr. Hunt with Kansas City.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they got rid of him because he was a dummy. He was one of them hood rats that did stupid
Yeah.
stuff, and they got rid of him.
Yeah.
First thing he did, he told Andy Reid, "I promised to be on my best behavior. I got rid of the hood rat.
Just
I'm
give me
gonna
the ball.
play."
Give me
And
the
guess
ball.
what? He's been tearing it up.
Yeah.
He's been resurrected.
He's been
That's
resurrected.
another thing about Kansas City. The difference between Kansas City and Dallas. Next man up does pretty good.
Oh yeah. Oh, in Dallas, there is no next man up. The next man up is just as sorry as the guy that was in front of him.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You're where all of a sudden Dallas looked like they were stacked. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking, hey man, they're deep.
Mm-mm.
There's something stinking in Dallas that ain't the jock strap. You
I
what I'm
know
saying?
that's right.
I've noticed.
Well, there you go. Brandon Oak. He not only, oh my God, Not only did he tear his ACL, he tore his MCL
Oh,
in the
no.
right knee. So, okay, that's good news for the Cowboys because you don't have to cover him. It's Debo that you got to worry about.
He's
Okay,
coming out of the hospital.
Ayuk just signed $120 million for 4 years.
Wow.
He ain't gonna be the same. He ain't gonna be the same. He ain't gonna be worth that.
How-
And you got to look at that
You
and see
talking
how
about
much is
timing.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt them. I mean, without having him, I mean,
Right.
good Lord. And now the Rams are shopping Cooper Cup ahead
Yeah.
of the
Why?
deadline.
He's hurt too, I think.
They're trying to
Cooper
trade
Kupp,
him.
I used to hear his name synonymous.
Oh,
with
Okay,
He's good.
let's see
He's
what's
good.
up with Debo. Debo injury update. Dealing with illness after being ruled out of Week 7 game. I mean, what you got? Pneumonia?
Yeah,
Well,
he got pneumonia.
there's one thing I do know, that country hasn't hit this yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the inaugural.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, he's out. Let's see. So, yeah.
Oh, my.
But remaining on the sideline, he deals with illness. I bet he'll play in the Cowboy game, though.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it seemed like to me that, and this just might be my outlook. When any team plays Dallas, it's like their Super Bowl. They pull everybody and everything they can, all resources, into that game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, we got beat by the Lions. Well, you know, there's a time there where you should go, okay, we're beating them by 30 points. I think we'll lay off now. No.
So here,
No,
here.
no. Well, as you saw in the Cleveland game, when Dallas was up on them, what'd you start seeing? We're just going to run. We're not going to try to score. We're not going to. No, Detroit said we're still going to try to score.
Yeah.
And what's even worse, we're going to keep trying to throw to our offensive linemen
Ooh, Lord.
to score. And because of penalties, they were just having to kick field goals. But like I said, that's what's bad. They were, and that's why I said I do not forget Detroit. You want to throw them offensive linemen out there for a pass? Okay, no problem.
What comes around goes around, bro.
Yep. Oh, there's your reason why they're bringing back that. How you say his name? Puka Nakua,
Okay.
the wide receiver for the Rams.
Yeah.
That one that turned it on when Cooper was out. He's coming back.
Well, okay.
So that must be why they're shopping Cooper because he's hurt.
Is he hurt?
He's injury prone, so they're going to try to get
Yeah.
something for him, and
Man.
I don't know why
Dallas don't
because
need him.
he ain't gonna last very long, and I mean it's just like I say
Well,
all
they'll
the
shop
time.
around and see if somebody will take it.
Oh yeah,
But-
well I mean you could if you're Kansas City,
Yeah.
I could see Kansas City doing that because Kansas City said they got Worthy,
Uh-huh.
they got their other guys. You put Cooper Kupp in there. Kupp doesn't have to play the whole game.
No.
Cooper Kupp can come in
Like
and
on a-
he can take the heat off of some guys.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, Worthy scoring, Kelsey scoring, and then you hit Kupp. Kupp don't got to turn it
I
on.
think something's going on between Mahomes and Kelsey.
You think?
Well, I think the same thing is the same thing would be with Dak Prescott
Yeah.
and CD.
Yeah.
They're talking about that problem between them two. I mean, they need to fix that. I mean, CD's your number one wide receiver. If you can't fix that, then one of them's going to have to go. I've even heard that there's rumors going around CD wants out. And see, the problem with CD,
he can't get out.
he can get out, but how's that going to affect Dallas? How's that going to affect their salary cap? Because you guaranteed a certain amount. Now, the thing that helped you was you paid him that bonus. You
Right.
paid him $30 million. up
Guaranteed
front.
million.
That's why his contract doesn't look so bad.
You know what? Why didn't we get that receiver that went to the Jets? Why didn't we get him from the Raiders?
Adams.
Because
Adams,
you can't afford it.
Devontae Adams?
You can't afford it.
No?
he didn't want to
No,
come here.
and number two, he probably won't. And I don't even know why he wanted to go to the Jets other than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
But let me tell you,
Yeah.
even if he gets there, the way the Jets look,
Well, they played pretty good this last game.
well,
didn't
they not a pretty plate. No, I think, but Pittsburgh beat them pretty bad.
Oh, okay. Well, that shows how much I stay in tune with that.
Well, some people don't want to come to Dallas.
Yeah, well, and I wouldn't either because they're not playoff ready.
Yeah.
They can't win
That's
playoff
right,
games.
that's right.
So, like Kansas City. Kansas City's become the new Patriots because not only do you have a good coach in Andy Reid, but if you're an offense or a defensive player,
Yeah.
you don't have to make the big money because you know you're going to make the Super
There
Bowl.
you go.
I'll tell you somebody that's a
I mean-
sleeper in the whole deal is Houston.
Really?
I'm a sleeper.
Houston isn't bad. I mean, now they lost to Green Bay by a field goal, but Houston, their problem of it is now. See, they were the big winners from the Mr. Quarterback Watson deal,
Huh.
and
Oh,
they
yeah.
were able to do their team. But the problem of it is they should be doing a lot better and having a lot more. They should be beating teams
Well,
pretty good. I thought they were going to beat Green Bay. They should have.
As what I understand, Deshaun Jackson is out for the rest of the year
Oh.
with a shoulder
Oh,
injury.
yeah.
Yeah.
I said Deshaun.
Yeah,
Jackson,
I know.
Deshaun Watson.
Watson, yeah,
No,
not
he
a
got
shoulder injury. His Achilles, he ruptured it.
Yeah, ruptured
He's
it.
done.
Yeah.
So think about what they invested in him
Yeah.
in Cleveland,
Yeah.
and the only way they can get out of that is if they can catch him doing bad things. It can be detrimental to the team, and they can kneel and void that contract.
Ah, okay.
So I
So
know they
they'll
were
be
looking.
having a little.
I know they're looking.
shadow on
Yes,
his
I know.
back.
Right now they're looking, and terms were that they were looking at the possibility of saying something that if other people come forward, they can say, "Well, that was before we signed him and all this. We can cut him and not have to pay him the money
Well, I'm sure they're
and get
looking.
out of it." But what's really bad, even though the Buccaneers lost,
Uh-huh.
Baker Mayfield's looking good in Buckerville.
Isn't he?
Yeah,
He looked good in
he's
the
looking-
loss.
He's looking good.
He
I
did.
mean, he's really looking good. At one time, I thought you was going to have a lot of teams from the South come in,
Yeah.
but now that Detroit's beat Minnesota,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you may have all your
Yep.
teams coming from the North, and everybody else is just sending one team.
Getting back to
I
the
mean-
Cowboys, when Troy Aikman comes out and says the receivers
Oh,
are running bad routes,
He
that's bad.
dogged C.D. Lamb. Troy Aikman
You know what else
dogged
he
him.
said about CeeDee Lamb? He said, that man don't know how to work out.
No,
He's lazy.
and you can see that because of the route running he does.
Wow.
His route running is horrible.
I don't guess Michael Irvin ever says that.
Well, Michael ain't gonna say nothing negative because
Michael Irvin.
Michael never says anything negative about the Cowboys.
That's right.
But I can tell you, if Jerry Jones was feeding somebody Kool-Aid, that was Michael Irvin.
Ooh, Lord.
Oh, man.
And they got rid of him. And like I said, I mean, it hurts me that they got rid of him.
Wonder what
but
Dez is doing. When am I gonna get Dez off the?
Dez
down
had
in
that.
Garland,
Well, Dez
where-
had that Achilles issue.
Mm.
After Dez had that Achilles issue, you ain't heard nothing from him no more. Ain't nobody gonna go after nobody with Achilles issue because they ain't the same. Dez lost speed in that. So the same thing's gonna happen. When you rupture that Achilles, it ain't no joke.
Painful.
Fellas, I'm gonna have to shut us down. Before we go, I wanted to have y'all that are watching critique our setup here with the cowboy flag in the back, the football helmets,
Look at
and
that.
football.
Look at
So,
that.
Drop us a line
Diehards.
and tell us, how good, how you like it, how you dislike it. And don't put down, there should be another team's helmet up here, okay?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about the Dallas
We're talking
Cowboys.
about the
Now
star,
we
baby.
we talk about other teams and everything, but you'll
Right.
majority hear us
Our
talk
pledge of
about
allegiance
nothing but
to
to the
That's
Cowboys.
right, that's right.
I mean,
we're the Cowboy fans.
Yes, that's what
That's
we
why
do.
we are 75020.
That's
Fanatic
right.
Sports Talk.
Woo!
See you in a minute.
Country. There goes country.